Hey, what's up everybody? This is my BowGank Stamina Nightblade, and this is what I run in Cyrodiil and Imperial City when I'm just trying to sneak around and just pick people off. This burns people down. It is a pure one target, just powerhouse, and it is a fun time, so let me get into it. Attributes, as you can see, 3430. I just want to hit that 30k max health so that when we are out of stealth, because we can go into short open combat with this build, that we aren't just a red flag for every other ganker that sees that big squishy over our heads. Oaken Soul Ring for all of this. Village Sugar Skulls for our food. You don't need to run Vampirism on this. You do not need it, but it is good because Vampirism gives us that out of hiding buff I will get into in a second. And then Boon of the Lover, and that is a important part of this build. As you can see, this build is built around spell and physical penetration. We're running at 19,600 penetration. That is over what you need for PvE content, but for PvP it is not. I can explain that further, but I'll have to do it in a different video. For our spells, we are running Relentless Focus, Poison Injection, that is our flex spot, the Poison Injection, Lethal Arrow, Resolving Vigor, Shadowy Disguise, and then the Bow Ult. I use Toxic Barrage because, I mean, come on, does 75,000 damage over 4 seconds and does another 36,000 poison damage. And that's not counting the fact that that's with our almost 20k pin, so that's just pure health damage right on even the guys that say the tankiest. You can burn people down in the Vampire ult, while with this ult. As long as you have that going and Poison Injection, they're gone. So, those are the only skills we have because we're running Oaken Soul. That's all you need to focus on. If you are a vampire, it will help because we'll have Strike from the Shadows, and it's when you leave Sneak, your weapon and spell damage is increased by another 300 for 6 seconds. That's on top of the class passives of the Nightblade that make our crit go up when we leave Sneak. So, given that, our weapon damage, spell damage, it's already at 5,000. So, it's going up even more. And then on top of that, at full stacks, you can use this, your Unrelenting Focus, for a quick 20k pop, which also heals you. And, I mean, this is a bursty powerhouse that if anyone's under 35k and just max armor, you've got them down in a second. Champion points, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Wrathful Strikes, Fighting Finesse, all for our big single target hits. Our red is all for movement speed and slipperiness. We're running Celerity, movement speed, rejuvenation for the recovery, Balanced Vitality for that little bit extra health to get us over that 30k, and Slippery. This is so that if somebody grabs us like Dragon Knights do with Petrify, you will break free for no cost. So when you come out of hiding, even if they see you when they grab you, you have at least one every 20 seconds to just get right out. It is a phenomenal use of one of your red stars. It just works really well. Now for our sets, which I know everyone's here for, it's simple sets. Balor, of course. It's a Nightblade. We're ganking. This is what you want. This, again, absolutely skyrockets our damage because when you use this ult, you gain weapon and spell damage equal to the amount of total ultimate consumed and physical and spell penetration equal to 23 times the amount for 12 seconds. So going off of that, times that by 50, our penetration on our bow ult is well beyond. You are hitting max penetration on the 30k armor cap for the tankiest people in Cyrodiil. So even them with the bow ult and then close-up sniping, you are eating through their health like nothing. Shattered Fate, this is how we get a bulk of our weapon penetration. We're running all Divines to stack that Lovers, and then we're adding, with the 5-piece, 7,600 offensive penetration. Of course, Oaken Soul infused with the weapon damage enchant. Now, I'm using just drop pieces from an old PvE set, but all you need is a 2-piece for your jewelry that is going to give you this 124 weapon and spell damage. That's all you're looking for is the 2-piece weapon and spell damage. Other than that, Shattered Fate's a crafted set. It's straightforward. So as long as you have Balors and you can craft, you can make Shattered Fate, you can throw on Balors. This is an any set. Oaken Soul Ring is an easy one to get. Now the hardest part of this build to get is this, the Vadashran's Bow. The Perfected is what gives us that extra 100 weapon and spell damage. That is not important. What is important is the other actual thing of the bow, which is max damage is 33% at 3 meters, 5% at 18.5. So you're getting a 5% buff to your damage regardless of the range that they're at, and then 33% more when they're at 3 or closer meters. So when they do a gap closer on you, thinking that's going to stop you, this is going to burn through every part of them. And we stack that with our Escapist Poison, so it gives you a little bit of room, the 3.9 seconds. That's at least a few snipes, and then you go right back into hiding and get out of there. This is a build that if they aren't tanky, it's going to eat them alive, and if they are tanky, you will watch them get hit and turn the other way. This is a fun build. I'll put some clips in of a battleground. I'll put clips in from last night on the stream when we were in Cyrodiil. You can go into the fight with this. You can go into ball mobs as long as you aren't just standing there, not going back into hiding. You can take a good few hits with this build thanks to Oaken Soul and our 30k health, and then skirt right back out of there. It is a fun time. It is a good build. It is something that you can both gank with, but also you don't have to always hide. You can show yourself and let them take a few hits on you. You can eat some of it. It is a fun build. If you are looking for a BowGank build that you enjoy, that you are going to just want to have fun with, this is it. I strongly urge you to check this guy out. Thanks for coming out. Stop by the stream if you want to. Check out my other build videos if you're looking for anything else. And yeah, I will be uploading some of my other builds here soon, and we're going to start working on some guides. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.